This piece has always been controversial, even from the beginning in 1998 when it was under construction. People didn't understand it, didn't know that it was even art. A lot of people thought it was a construction site. My way of looking at this is, does this piece have a context? Does it speak to the people of this neighborhood, of this city? Sure, it's by a great artist and a really interesting movement, minimalism. Does it stand the test of time? I think it is. I'm Gregor Turk. I'm a visual artist and sculptor here in Atlanta, and I've been involved with this piece when it was under construction. I was the public art coordinator for the county. The piece is called 54 Columns, and it's by Sol LeWitt. LeWitt liked to work with the most basic unit. He doesn't even call this a sculpture, it's a structure, okay? He has basically two forms of artwork. One are his interior pieces, which are usually very brightly painted, and his exterior pieces are very basic, okay? He is what you would call a minimalist artist, and so everything is stripped down. The piece has always had issues, and what's been interesting is, I guess, interaction with the piece. I mean, that's really what an artist wants to happen with their sculpture. I've brought classes here before, and I've said, okay, find a place where you can't be seen by anybody, and the whole place becomes very active in terms of everybody's looking at the sight lines. This thing is amazingly built. It's really straight. So I think just looking at the lines of this piece, of walking through the piece at different times of day is really a remarkable experience. An artist painted that column pink, Pepto-Bismol pink, which, you know, I think it's great to do a temporary intervention, but unfortunately that paint went into the concrete and it was never able to be fully removed, and so you had that. Had it been wrapped in pink, I think that would have been brilliant. But and I like that element of intervention, but not anything to deal with graffiti or painting or destructive. Well, this is one of many pieces in the city that makes Atlanta a great place in terms of giving, or I shouldn't say give meaning, but to reestablish or emphasize the meaning of a place. And so public art is great in that, in terms of involving community, civic action, and really responding to a site. So the question is this art or not? It's like, well, of course it is. I mean, I'm a fan of minimalism. It may not be your cup of tea, but you know, the important thing about public art in the city is that there is a range and a variety of work. Think of it as a collection. Even though it's not owned all by the same people, you have the city that owns some, the county that owns some, and a lot of private developers that own some, or whoever puts it out in front of their house even could be considered. So public art is, you want to think of it in a broader sense than just this one piece.